What's up, John? How's it going? Doing pretty good, man. Can you hear me all right? Sound check, sound check. Good. Fantastic. So how you been, man? I've been in Facebook jail this past week, so I haven't been able to do squat. Yes. Yes, that is. That's the Ruger 5.7. I know my last stream, I had a lot of people asking about the case because I had the case out. So I figured I'd put it out for people to look at. And then I don't know if you know, but the one that's next to it is actually, it looks like a Browning high power, but it's not. That is a FAG P9R. It's a Hungarian military service pistol. They robbed the style of the Browning high power. But the crazy thing is none of the internals of that gun are anything like a Browning high power. So you can't use a Browning high power's magazines, barrel, recoil spring, like none of it. None of it matches up. Yeah, I guess it does kind of blend in a little bit. What's up, Jesus? How's it going, man? I'm so glad to be back. I missed you guys. It's been so weird. I got in such a routine of doing YouTube for over these past like little over 3 months, and then a week of not having it. I was almost going through like YouTube withdrawals a little bit. I didn't know what to do with myself. I am gonna tilt that camera up a little bit though. I don't think you guys need to be like staring at my legs or anything. Back you up some. See how that looks. Oh. So how you guys been? Everybody else in the chat, since everybody's jumping in, be sure to double tap that screen and like the stream. Really helps me out. Justine, hi sir, I'm from the Philippines. Oh, cool. I'm from America. Good to see you. So, in case some of you didn't know, YouTube has really been crapping on gun tubers, and the best way to combat that and to keep promoting the Second Amendment is for all of you to, all of your favorite gun tubers that you come across, make sure that you double check that you're subscribed to them, like their videos, comment, like their streams, all that stuff. It greatly helps out every gun tuber on YouTube. Yeah, I have a few guns. I don't really have too many, to be honest with you, not compared to some. You want to see a lot of guns, arms room. He's got a wicked amount of guns. Hey, what's up, Brooke? How's it going? Jailbreak party. Yeah, it's so nice being back. That was a rough week. That really was. Nice looking SKS. Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. That's just a Chinese Type 56. Nothing fancy, but it's reliable. It's a good one. I actually just posted a video citing it in. You should go check that out. It was a fun video to make. How do I like the 5.7? I like it. So I've only put a couple mags through it. I haven't shot it too much, but it is super flat shooting. Super flat. 1200 ACC. I'm a big fan, bro. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Be sure to double tap the screen to like the stream. Really helps out. And then YouTube has had a really bad thing about unsubscribing people. So just make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and I will continue to dish out content for you. Uh, Brazil, would you survive a zombie apocalypse? I'd like to think so. I got enough ammunition, I think. I wish I could get some like a Glock. Can you not have firearms in the Philippines? Hi from South Africa. Agree. All us gun channels need to support each other globally. Yes. Yes, definitely. 100%. Everybody. Hey, J Dog. How's it going? Good to see you, man. Like the shit show supervisor hoodie. Thanks. So there's actually a story behind that. So I'm actually a supervisor in real life. That's my job. And my boss bought me that, if that tells you anything. So, do I have a gun with no recoil? Yeah. Yeah, I've got some. Let's see, is it in the camera? So right below, one, two, three, four. The fourth rifle down, that's a 22. So no recoil. It's a very flat shooting gun, good for plinking and varmints and stuff. And then pistol wise, I've got a Ruger 5.7 there. That's a really flat shooting gun with very little recoil. What's up, Focus? How's it going, man? Scooter, big fan of the World War II rifles. I wish I had some, but I don't. So, Scooter, if you are a World War II rifle buff, Arms Room, I do believe he's actually on live right now. I think it's Arms Room 24. Um, he has a lot of World War II rifles, and he's a good friend of mine. Um, you would love his channel if you like World War II stuff. So go check him out and subscribe to him. He's an awesome guy. 22 will blow your lungs out. Straight out your back, nothing left. It's going, bro, can't complain. That's good, man. That's good. And how you doing, FB? It's good to see you, man. Currently active shooter in Great Lakes Naval Base. Are you kidding me? A second base today? Yeah, Jesus, thank you. Yeah, feel free to go check out the Arms Room 24 if you like World War II style weapons. He is your go-to guy for that. He'll be your perfect channel. Tell him that Tactical Dad and J Dog sent you. He'll get it. Don't call me radio. Okay, try now. Had to put unlisted. Alive, getting ready for bed. Yeah, I assume so. Seemed to I mean, we're males. We're creature of habit. We like to do the same thing every day. So I love laying down in bed after a long day and just going through and watching some of my favorite Guntuber channels and chit chatting on lives. Martin Luther. Nice. Well, thanks. Good evening, son. I love you. Love you too, Dad. Thank you. Everybody, that's my dad in the chat. That's tactical grandpa, if you will. So is there seriously another shooting going on at a different base? Because that's wild. Because that's two today. No, well, FV, somebody just put in the chat. Uh, well, it's already out of my list, so I can't see it. But there was a naval base that has an active shooter right now, is what they said. Martin Luther, I own two muskets, one flintlock, the other is percussion lock. In my opinion, they are some of the most reliable firearms, and they can serve many purposes. Yeah, I would. I mean, they're very cool, and I could understand that they're reliable, but it's just they're so out of the times now. You couldn't compete with any firearm of today. Super cool firearms, though. Just pulled it up 5 hours ago. Okay, one shot, but yeah, yeah. Everybody in here, be sure to double tap that screen and like the stream. And if you hadn't yet, hit that subscribe button. I've got over 120 videos under my belt, so feel free to go and check them out. I just got out of Facebook jail, or Facebook jail, YouTube jail, and just got back on. Oh, I posted a video yesterday, but today's really my first day back. One dead on arrival. That sucks. Our soldiers getting killed on our homeland over a shooting is just retarded. So Fort Stewart this morning. Well, okay, so that's the one that I remember. And then Great Lakes Naval. I don't know anything about that one. Only seeing active shooter at Army base. Yeah. FV for facilitating the sale of a firearm, which I didn't. I didn't at all. I didn't even speak. It was a video I made like 3 months ago of me just doing dry fire drills. And I had a sound playing that came from YouTube. It was talking about the Smith& Wesson M&P 2.0 metal. And so I just had that playing over my video, and somehow that violated community guidelines. And I had already had a strike for facilitating the sale of a firearm. But that video, the first one, was only of me talking about the best three options for home defense. And yeah, so they suspended me for 7 days. Stupid. 2A community has the greatest group of people on YouTube. I would agree to that. I have met so many cool guys on here through this. Yeah, Great Lakes is like right now. Okay. Most are in this room. Yeah, a lot of them are in this room. Okay, not active shooter occurred at base range. Gotcha. So, but still, there was two bases that had an active shooter? Because I only knew about Fort Stewart. That's it. FV, did anybody die on the naval base one? Or is the one dead on arrival from the naval base? Well, Navy guys and firearms. That's just absolutely wild. I'll have to read into that one because I didn't know that happened. So sad. So did they kill the shooter, or is that shooter also in custody? Please don't be a P320. Yeah, please no. That's going to be absolutely crazy if it was a 320, because that makes two that have died from the military with a 320 in the past 2 weeks. Army has mugshots of suspect. Navy didn't say anything about a suspect. Okay. They should send all the 320s to Afghanistan. I vote for that. That's a good idea. Just tell them to, give us back our Blackhawks and our Abrams and Humvees and all that stuff, and we'll just give them every single P320. Is my plate carrier from Yakita? No, that's a Tacticon armament with Spartan 3A plates in it. Yakitas are those cheap Amazon ones, aren't they? I saw some brand on there started with a Y. Airsoft Amazon. Yeah, no, no, that's a real plate carrier, not a cheapie. Yeah, nope, nope. It's Tacticon armament. They can keep them. They smell like goats. Uh, I like my guard dog security vest and plates. Yeah, I've got a big German Shepherd and a whole bunch of guns and plate carriers for the family. We're fine. Yeah, focus. I think the only thing that um, when you have all of that weighing you down, I've heard troubles about like seams ripping over time, uh, running, all that stuff, and then like if somebody goes down, you know how they have that handle on the back to grab and drag. I've heard about those just ripping off. I wanted something that was actually meant to carry the weight of real plates and real weighted like magazines fully loaded and all that stuff. So um, I mean, something is definitely better than nothing. So I'd rather run around with plates than no plates if I needed it. Oh, guard dog is the brand? I've never heard of guard dog. I thought you were just talking about a actual guard dog. No issues so far, but we'll keep in mind. Yeah, I mean, if it works, it works. I'm not saying that like every cheaper brand sucks or anything like that. I just know if they're meant for airsoft, I don't know if they're really rated to carry that kind of weight. I only know that marksman as Essex from COD, fourth from the top. What do you call it? Fourth from the top. Fourth from the top? That's just a Henry lever action, 22. I'm not running anywhere. Beater be driving an MRAP. Yakita probably good to train in, but scavenge something better if you come across one. Yeah, definitely. Like that's the only one I have right now. I really just kind of wanted to make a do it all kit first off. So I got that, and I got my battle belt. I've got gear, stuff like that. But I really want to branch out and get different camos. So I've got that, and then in multicam black. Our woods are so overgrown and stuff. It's so dark because it's just tree wrapped. So the multicam black and stuff is just a good do-it-all kit for that and then nighttime. But I would like to get like standard multicam, you know, and have different kits just in case. As the wise words from Burt Gummer from Trimmers once said, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Well, I would definitely suspect a 50 would go through a kit. Stupid bug. Be sure, everybody that's in here, double tap your screen if you haven't already. Really helps me out to push algorithm. So, looks like our algorithm is not doing too well tonight, which, doesn't surprise me after having a week off. They're probably punishing me for not posting for a week, even though it's their fault that I didn't. FB, how's your channel been doing? I think my next carrier will be on black multicam. Then I might get woodland and go to on top with black, getting two more carriers. Yeah, I'd like to get two more carriers as well. Really, well, mostly just one. I want to shoot for one more carrier, but I don't want to just do a carrier. I want to do like, excuse me, an all black multicam kit, and then an all just standard multicam kit. Do that first, then we'll see about maybe doing a third one. But I'm not really sure what camo I'd do for a third one. So, has anybody shot anything wild and crazy here lately? Let's see. I will say I got my vest as a trainer vest, practical, but it's Arctic camo. So when I go running, I don't scare anyone on the trails. I got you. It's crazy how a color of a vest just makes all the difference. What time is it in America? Well, I'm Central Time, so it's 8:22 p.m. Where are you from, Dyrox? Dude, it's insane. Camo tan versus white. It's 9 day difference in people's reactions. Yeah, yeah. You get somebody in black multicam and they think they're like the devil. It's crazy. What's your favorite animal to kill when you're hunting? Elijah, I only hunt for white-tailed deer. So just because it puts meat on the table for my family. I'm not a sport hunter. I'm a meat hunter. So I did have a nice buck come across in front of me 3 years ago, and I put him down. I've got his head on my wall. But other than that, I really actually prefer does because the meat is more tender. I think it tastes better. So I'm not a trophy hunter. I'm more of a purpose hunter. I only hunt if I have to. Indonesia. Oh wow. What time is it there for you? Robert Hogan. What's up? What's up? How's it going, man? Be sure to double tap the screen to like the stream. Help push the algorithm a little bit for me. Appreciate that. Just bought a Norinco Type 56 and shot it for the first time. Not crazy, but enjoyed it. And shot my mate CZ Scorpion in 9 mil. Oh, I bet the CZ was sweet. But I mean, a Norinco Type 56, those are good too. I'm a pretty big fan of my SKS up there. That's my first 7.62 rifle. How many firearms do I own altogether? Uh, tell you over 10, but under 25. But with the underfolder, like the skeleton stock, those are pretty cool. Dyrox, is it 8:24 a.m. on August the 6th, or are you August the 7th? I'm not sure if you guys are ahead or behind us. Dyrox, what was your first gun? My first gun, I actually had uh, a GSG 1911-22. But aside from that, as far as what I would consider a real pistol, like one that would be used in self-defense, I have a Smith& Wesson M&P 2.0 Shield 9 Easy. That was my first one that I bought. Jesus, I see you deleted a message. Was somebody being trolly? I've missed it. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I see that. That's the same thing that popped up on Arms Room's channel, and then it was like an hour later, his stream got shut down. I know it's just a scam, but like, what a coincidence. I appreciate that, though, Jesus. Thank you very much. Radio, it's what I had when I first got into carriers. I'm definitely going to upgrade in the future, but for now, rather have it than not. Yeah, for sure. I am a fan of lever guns. I like them. I have one. I've got just a little Henry lever action 22 up there. It's my varmint gun. One of two that I have. The one just above it is a Savage 17 HMR. What is the best gun that I have? Um, well, my carry gun is probably the one I trust the most, just because I also have the most rounds through it and all that, and I have had no issues with it. I've got a Smith and Wesson M&P 2.0 metal. I absolutely love that one. That's probably my all-time favorite. Um, but so that's my pistol favorite. As far as my rifle favorite, I've got a CZ 600 Alpha chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. It's the very top rifle that's on the wall. I love that one too. What about you, Mix? What's your favorite gun that you have? I have the Brass 3030 side gate. Awesome. Yeah, so uh, I went to uh, a local shop on my lunch today, and they have a hex barrel brass frame 4570. Man, that thing is sweet. I would love to have that. But the stitching in mine is pretty solid so far, and the Velcro is strong as fuck. Good, good. Have my eye on a lever action 12 gauge from Panzer Arms. Very cool. I've never shot a lever action shotgun before. I'd like to. I think that'd be fun. Toss up between the Glock 17 and the FN 509. Man, I feel like the FN 509 is getting really popular here lately. I don't know if it's just because, like, since I've seen a couple of them, I've been paying attention to them more, but I feel like they're gaining popularity. Chris Jam's MacBook Pro. If you're talking about my computer, no, it's just a Dell. All of Henry's Productions is in Wisconsin, not at the Rice Lake facility. Oh, now. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, Jesus, Henry's are really smooth, and they just get smoother with use. I want a lever action in my collection for sure. Sweet old school cowboy feel. Yeah, and that So whenever I went to go get and like pick my first varmint gun, to be honest with you, I was really looking at just like a Ruger 1022. But I grew up shooting my grandpa's lever action 22. And so it was just nostalgic for me. So I went on ahead and chose that instead. And I'm glad I did. I still would like to get a Ruger 1022 just to have one. But I don't know, something about lever actions. They're an old school feel. Plus, I've got memories with one. Just reminds me of my grandpa. And as far as the cowboy feel, I really want to get a cowboy revolver. I'd like to get, you know, like a 45 long Colt, like a single action army, with a flared hammer, pearl grips, the fixins. I would love to have one of those. I wouldn't shoot it much. I would just like showcase it, but I really want one. Yo, man, just turned 18 this year, so I can get a gun license. Oh, good for you. Good for you. If you live in the States, it sucks that you can only get rifles and not pistols until you're 21. What is the top rifle? The top rifle is a CZ 600 Alpha chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. It's a bolt action. Lever action is definitely needed in my collection. I have a pump 12 gauge and a Rossi M62 pump 22. Cool. Jesus, I'll have to look that up. I can't quite. I look at so many guns. Ruger Vicario. Vicario. Only thing more fun than a lever action 22 is a pump action 22, something like a Remington 572. And see, that's another thing. FB, I've never even shot a pump action 22. I've seen them, and I've actually held a couple, but I've never shot one. The couple that I held onto, they kind of look like a miniature. What are those? Like a Winchester 1887s, the trench shotguns. Looks like one of those. That's their single action pistol, Colt Dish clone. They are solid. Ruger makes good guns. Yeah, I've had really good luck with Ruger aside from one pistol. And it's a Ruger SR 45 and I hate it. I don't like it. I don't shoot it. It gave me nothing but problems. I sent it to Ruger twice to get fixed. Other than that, they've to be honest with you, whenever I was looking at getting 5.7s, I'm a Smith and Wesson guy, and I actually chose the Ruger 5.7 over the Smith and Wesson 5.7, and definitely over the FN 5.7. Pump 22 is massive fun. You can keep trigger pressed as fast as you pump. Oh, okay, so you can slam fire it. That's cool. All right, FE. You have yourself a good night. Thanks, man. Catch you later. The whopping five of you that are in here. If you haven't yet, double tap that screen and like the stream. Really helps me out. Before I got banned from YouTube for a week, my last live stream, I had like 95 people in here. This is crazy. It's like YouTube just continues to punish. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Focus, it was my last stream. It was a real good one. That was a banger. I love it when it's like that. I could barely keep up with the chat. Like, that was so fun. So fun. Enjoyed the hell out of it. And then it was, well, I didn't check my email for a while and I hadn't opened up YouTube. So I don't know if they sent me that email that night or if it was the next day that I got banned. Yeah, Focus, you try real hard, man. And I greatly appreciate it. And Focus, would you like to be a mod? I'll put you as a mod. I think right now all I have is Jesus as a mod. So you're always in here too. Alrighty, Focus, I'll make you one. Watch out, everybody. Be on your best behavior. Add as moderator. Standard. There you go. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. Like, that's the common goal between all of us, I think. It seems like every step we take in the gun world, it's just we constantly try to get kicked back down. We're doing really good, like gun rights wise. Like, there's a lot of people that are still really pissed about our gun rights and stuff. And, some of them are in states that are still very lenient. So I don't even want to hear them gripe, because I live in a crap state of Illinois and it really doesn't matter what they do on a federal level. It doesn't affect me because I'm stuck in Illinois. But we've had a lot of good wins. And like, they've really made a mistake with pulling that fucking tax from NFA because um, I'm really hoping that we can get that back and uh, get back our short barrel rifles and our silencers and all that stuff. Now, that's all well and good and great for everybody else, but I already know that JB Pritzker is not going to, even if it's legal on a federal level, he's still not going to allow it in Illinois. But it's still a win, in the right direction because Pritzker is not going to be in office forever. And Missouri, for example, used to be deep blue like Illinois, and they're now red. So I know it can be done. I'm patient, you know. I'm locked in Illinois right now, so I just have to deal with what I have to deal with. So, but as long as everybody keeps fighting and we have all these gun tubers and we all stay vigilant and keep pushing content and pushing to new shooters and all that stuff, it'll just be continue to go on the up and up. Because I feel like now that social media is a big thing, I feel like the gun world is so much more popular now than what it was like, you know, 30 years ago whenever we were kids. Yeah, Focus. So Signal is kind of like a VPN safe messaging platform. It's where a lot of us gun tubers are at. Sir Bly, for now I have 9 firearms, 3 are in licensing, 2 to 3 months to wait to be approved to bring them home, and then have 2 more still to license. Holy crap. Where are you from? Because that's like horrible. That sucks. Yeah, Focus, you'll really like it in there. Like, pretty much what you do on your live streams or on our live streams like this, jumping between all of us, like, we're all in a big group chat together. So you'll really enjoy it. in South Africa. Wow. So is this South Africa that's like really bad as far as like uh, crime and don't you guys have like a civil war or something going on down there right now? Whiskey, how's it going, man? What's up? Uh, to the whopping seven people that are in here, well, six, not counting him. Be sure to go check out Whiskey Helps. He is also new to our Signal chat and a fantastic Guntuber. He does really excellent editing, really good. So be sure to go check him out. Uh, Whiskey, I think YouTube is continuing to punish me. So, because my last live stream, I had almost 100 people in here, and here we are. This is just brutal punishment. Whiskey, you'll have to be sure to let us know if you're going to decide to start live streaming again. And one of us will jump in and then get your link, and we'll share it in Signal chat, and I'll jump in and help you. So live streams can be a really fun. They really can. So I'm not sure if you just had bad experiences with them or just it felt weird to you. So, but there's a lot of good that comes out of doing live streams. Don't pay attention to my real low view count and stuff like that right now. You'll have days where it'll be ramped up and so high that you can't even keep up with the chat. And those are the days that are just absolutely amazing. Those I have a couple that are on my channel that are like 3.5 hours long because you get so caught up in it that you don't even realize how long it's been. You know, forget to eat, forget to drink, go to the bathroom because you're just so sucked up into it. We have strict gun laws, have to first write practical and legal tests, then apply for competency, which takes 4 to 6 months. Then you can buy and apply for a license per gun, which takes 4 to 5 months. Man, that's wild. Is there certain guns that you can't get, like fully automatic, or can you have semi-automatic rifles like AK-47s and stuff, or are those off the table? Thank you, bro. You flatter me. I hope we get real answers on the 12th. Yeah, that'd be nice. Are you part of that too, Whiskey, or no? We have high crime and brutal attacks, 85 murders per day here. Wow. Well, I could understand why you get guns then. Just be careful, Sir Bly. That really sucks, man. If you can, try to get out of there and come to America. Just make sure it's the legal way. That's the only thing we care about here is coming in the legal way. Tactical Dad, were you here when Sponsor was still in chat? I forgot. Yeah, actually, so Jesus, Sponsor was the one that got me into the chat. He was one of the first gun tubers I ran into, and he helped me out like right out the gate. Not a civil war yet. Well, good. I can pretty much say the same about the U.S. right now, except we don't have that kind of crazy stuff going on like you do. It's sad that he left. I hope he comes back. Yeah, me too. Me too. That was so weird. And so I messaged him whenever that happened, and like he changed his name from not a sponsor to his name, and he read my message but never replied. And I heard there was some stuff about him like trying to go to events without his wife knowing and stuff. Like that sucks if that's the kind of life he's living, to where he can't even chase his dreams or do his passions. Like, what kind of woman could you be if you treat your significant other like that? This is my family, and I'm not proud of it, family. I have a buddy in South Africa. What a name, by the way. I have a buddy in South Africa. Is it really that bad over there? We are limited to how many guns we can own under certain sections. Once you dedicated status, then you can own more, but only semi-autos. The government makes us really work to own firearms. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do here in the United States, and all of us gun tubers, and then we have some good politicians that fight for our rights every day, and you know, it's all of us fighting against the big war, the big machine going up against us firearm owners. So we won't let them have that though. They won't win. I went on his DM and it says he is no longer a part of Signal. Yeah, Jesus, this was like the day after he left chat. I haven't checked since then. It doesn't surprise me that he's not on Signal anymore. I'll try lives out again sometime and have to let you guys know. Yeah, definitely, Whiskey. Definitely. Get yourself a, I don't know if you have your own gun room or anything like that. I didn't whenever I first started. I actually just started doing all of this about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, just to give something for the people to look at. This is just my basement. Technical Dad can focus email you about joining. Uh, Jesus, I don't know how to go about adding somebody to Signal. I've never done it. So I'm not a very tech savvy person. Um, I don't even have a Facebook or anything. This is really actually like my first real social media thing. So it might be best maybe if he gets in touch with you. Plus, I don't think if I have any permissions in Signal to be able to do that. Yeah, Jesus sponsor said to me, "Fuck social media." Period. Before he was gone the next day. That's crazy. I'm happy I live in Missouri. Our gun laws are very good, at least compared to states like California. Yeah, I'm your neighbor in Illinois, and we call it Hellinois here, and we're just as bad, if not worse, than California. Fight them. You guys in the USA are blessed to have 2A. Yeah, our founding fathers were damn smart for putting that in the Constitution. Because if it wasn't for it being in that, it would have been gone a long time ago. Oh, you live in Missouri too? Cool. Oh, Pat, you're in St. Louis? You're like an hour from me. I can get you the link and you can send it to him. All right. Focus, are you still in here, dude? Jump in the chat real quick. My first live stream, I got kicked off. LOL, I was cleaning guns. Didn't know I couldn't do that. Yeah. Okay, so focus. What I want you to do is I want you to go to my channel, go into my description, and I have my email in there. And oh, never mind. Go ahead, Jesus. But yeah, Whiskey, you're not supposed to touch any guns. You can't. And there's actually a crazy story to that. So you used to be able to, but there was a guy that committed suicide on YouTube Live, and I guess apparently his live stream was up for like 6 hours after that, and there was a whole bunch of people in it, and so YouTube shut that shit down, so you can't touch guns anymore. What is that shoddy on the bottom on the back wall? That is a Mossberg 590. It's dumb you can't touch them on stream. Yeah, yeah. I wish we could too. I mean, I would love to talk to you guys and do dry fire drills and stuff like that. Living here keeps you in code orange. We have security out our ears, high walls, electric fence cameras, Rottweilers, 24-hour armed response. For now, firearms, but our country is beautiful. I love how you finish that off with our country is beautiful. I mean, I'm sure the countryside is beautiful, but that just sounds horrible. There we go. We back. Jesus. I don't understand. That's so dumb. So dumb. I swear YouTube does it. They fucking hate us. All right, let me see if I can do this. Ugh. All right. Wait a minute. Can you? Nope, you can't see the guns in front, so we'll do that. Yeah, that's a good angle. Your stream had been glitchy for a bit, the whole stream. What was it doing, Jesus? Like going out of focus and stuff? Yeah, so for one, I live in bumfuck Egypt. So my closest town has 580 people in it, if that tells you anything. It was loading for a few secs and coming back. Yeah, I mean, it shows I've got full signal for Wi-Fi, but I'm also in my basement. I need to get a new phone too. Believe it or not, I do. Well, so I got a really nice GoPro and stuff that I do my videos on. But as far as live streams, I'm using an iPhone 11. I think it's maybe time for an upgrade. And before the iPhone 11, I had an iPhone 7. Okay, so everybody's jumping back in. I'm assuming it's the same stream, but double tap that screen, like the stream, really helps me out. And if you're not subscribed, please do. If you like guns, awesome place to be. So go check out my videos if you like it. Stick around. Rat Fink, how's it going? Jesus, did you get focus set up? Oh, Brooke, I'm sorry. I just seen your message if you're still in here. No, that's not a high power. That is a FAG P9R. It's a Hungarian military service pistol meant to look like a Browning high power, but it's not. Fuck, here we go again. Buffering. Keeps buffering on my end. Carlisle, do you carry with a light on your handgun? I personally carry a handheld and just recently picked up a Streamlight TLR7H XLX for my EDC. So Carlisle, I carry a light. So I do a Smith& Wesson M&P 2.0 metal. Actually, you can see it in the frame. Uh, right up, just to the right of the top black rifle. That is my carry gun, and it has a TLR1 Streamlight, and then a red dot and all that. So, uh, in my opinion, it helps with recoil management. Adds a little bit of weight at the nose end. Back in 1994, I bought a Luger M80, which is a high power clone. Still love them. Will own one again. Yeah, I like Browning high powers, and I like 1911s and all that. Ammo Alchemist, how's it going? Wait a minute. Where's that patch at? I set that bitch somewhere. Just haven't had a chance to put it up yet. YouTube, I'm not touching any guns. Calm your shit. Hands behind my back. Nope. Not sure where I put it. But I'm working on making a shadow box, and I'm going to put that in there, and along with some other stuff, and have it here in the room. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Also, everybody else in here, if you haven't checked out Ammo, be sure to go check him out. He's a fellow Guntuber. We could all use your support. Oh, Ammo, I didn't know you had a high power. I haven't seen that yet. Pew Pew, yeah, thanks, man. I just made some brackets at work and hung them up. So actually, this is all just concrete, and I'm not sure why the previous owner added insulation. I did this in a hurry to have a space for live streams and YouTube videos and stuff, but all this insulation is going to go. And I've done it in some spots, and it looks really good. It kind of gives me like bunker vibes, which is kind of what I'm going for. Um, I'm not like I like the gun rooms with the fancy gun walls and like all that stuff, but I wanted an armory vibe, and I think this room fits that. So I'm gonna pull down all the insulation so that way it's not just sitting in here because I think it looks retarded. But I like it. Oh yeah, yeah. I did have one where I was working on it. That was like probably three lives ago. Nightstick has a model called TWM 30T. This is actually a good light as far as a Candela lumens and runtime. Oh, cool. I always tell people that my high power is a World War II bring back. Yeah, yeah, Rat Fink. I think so too. I mean, I've got, metal racks with ammo, and I've got ammo cans and uh, cases for my pistols. I've got an American flag and my tripod with my crossbow and stuff over here that you can't see. It's behind the camera. Yeah, yeah, I like it in here. It's my own man space. I've got a house full of girls, so this is my little oasis. That metal M&P fucks hard. I love that color. Yeah, yeah. The tungsten Cerakote is just absolutely beautiful. It is my all-time favorite pistol. So I'm actually getting ready to do a video on it. I'm actually probably going to do that video tomorrow. Um, I need two more magazines ran through it. And once I run those two magazines, I will break 1,400 rounds. And at 1,400 rounds, I have never had a malfunction, nothing. I've so I had that TLR1 Streamlight on another pistol, and then I put it on this one. So I can't tell you how many rounds have been ran with that thing being slapped around. Um, and then I've got the Vortex XL Defender on mine, and that has went through all the rounds as well. It's also my carry gun. Nothing on that gun has failed me ever, and I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna do a video on that. So I agree with you, Whiskey. It's my all-time favorite pistol, hands down. Tac Dad, have you seen the Canik TTI smoke? Yes, I have, but I'm not entirely sure if I like the smoke more than the regular TTI Combat because I really like the gold from the TTI Combat, but the smoke does look sick. It really does. When it comes to pistols like that where I can't decide, I'll probably just end up buying both. A friend was just given a high-powered 1975 production, mint condition, and never fired. Should be licensed in 2 months. That's wild. I wouldn't shoot it. I'd be afraid to shoot it. The M&P is slept on. I wouldn't say it's slept on. I mean, it's a very popular gun. Um, Whiskey, I've talked about this in a couple other streams, and I'm going to go on a tangent here, guys. Sorry. But what frustrates me about people trying to talk to new shooters about getting new guns or about getting their first gun, they always voice their opinion on like, uh, oh, like don't get an HK; those are for like rich, pretentious pricks. Don't get a Glock; they're overrated junk. Um, don't get a M&P because they're just overrated and overpriced. And I mean, I could go on and on and on and on. And so, for one, that's fucking stupid. So we all know Glocks run; they are reliable as hell. We all know Smith and Wesson, specific, especially the M&P series, is reliable as hell. Canik, same thing with, and I've heard that Caniks have some of the best striker fired triggers out the box. HK, same thing, very popular. So all you need to do is tell a new shooter what guns are reliable because that's the most important part. Okay, you don't want a gun that's not reliable. Let them decide what gun feels best in their hand, what ergonomics they like the best. Take all these guns, set them out, let them hold them, let them shoot them, and let them make the decision their fucking selves. Quit trying to breathe your stupid opinions down people's throats about pistols that you know work and that work well, but just because you don't like them, you think that they shouldn't like them either. So um, the M&P gets shit on, which I think is dumb. Um, Same thing with Glocks. Glocks get shit on. I think that's dumb. You know, it's just I don't know. That infuriates me with people and how they treat new shooters in the gun world. If they buy something and then they say that they made a bad mistake or whatever. Let's see. I carry an M&P Shield 1.0 every day for the last 2 years. I trust it with my life. Yep, yep. So I have an M&P Shield 1.0 as well, and I carry that in the summertime. Um, if it's really hot and I'm just wearing a normal, like just a t-shirt, I will carry the Shield 1.0. But I usually always have a pearl snap on, like an overshirt, and so I'll tuck my undershirt in, and I have a T-Rex sidecar holster, and I'll carry an extra magazine and my Smith and Wesson M&P metal. Love the TTI, but was on the fence about the color, and I waited, and it prevailed. Yeah, I don't know. I love both the colors. I think maybe I like the gold just because it's kind of like a wow factor. Another mate has an M&P 2.09, fantastic handgun. They really are. I have a Smith & Wesson 2.0 10 millimeter. It's pretty good. You know, I'd really like to get my hands on one of their 10 millimeters. I'd like to get a 45 as well. Tac Dad, would you be interested in joining a Discord with some 2A YouTubers? Uh, yeah, Pew Pew. I'd be interested in that. I don't have Discord. I'll have to get one, make an account. Do I need a pen and a paper or anything? Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shit. That's my video ideas book. I want to write in that. I always wanted to try a 10 mil out, but most of the shell 10 mil is true 10 mil. It's watered down. I would feel cheated out of the caliber if I got one. What do you mean by it's watered down? I'll put the link in my bio. All right. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I've got thousands of rounds in practice ammo, but I never carry practice ammo ever. I actually did a video. I carry two different types of rounds depending. Summertime, I'll do federal HST. In the wintertime, I will do critical duty because the critical duty has the polymer insert. It just kind of helps to get through clothing and stuff. I have a Canic Net SF and an FDE lower and have to say, love the trigger. Yeah, I've heard from several people that Canics have fantastic triggers. I guess, Carlisle, if you wouldn't mind explaining, what do you mean watered down with the 10 mil ammo? So what's the difference between shelled 10 mil and true 10 mil? I threw it in. I believe I'm gonna have to refresh it every few days. The owner does a legit or shit live where you submit pics and the chat votes. The owner does a legit or shit live where you submit pics and the chat votes. Oh, okay, I got you. Pew Pew, who are some of the Guntubers that are in there? Would it be anybody I'd know? I'm subscribed to a lot of Guntubers, so I might know some. Maybe I should clarify. I don't want to have to rely on internet buys to run defense ammo in a 10 millimeter handgun. Why practice with watered down loads, then carry internet defensive loads? It wouldn't be the same recoil, pulse, and familiarity. Well, Carlisle also, yeah, I mean, if you match your grains, they're pretty close, but I'd be lying to you if I said that I've never trained with my self-defense ammo, because I have. I do agree with you. There's a little bit of a recoil impulse difference, and that's not just in 10 mil. That's in 9 mil too. My federal 9 mil Full Metal Jacket, the recoil and pulse in that is a little bit different than my hollow points that I run. But like, so I'll carry 2 mags with my pistol every day. And after like 3 months, I'll go out and I'll shoot those two. And I might buy an extra box every now and then and go out and shoot with it just to get a feel for it. So I agree with you there. It does feel a little bit different, but I don't think that's just because it's 10 mil. I think that does that across the board. So also just a reminder to everybody in here, if you haven't yet, double tap that screen, really helps me out. And if you haven't yet, also be sure to hit that subscribe button. Me, Focus, that was in this chat. Brothers with Blix, just cover actual, 2A tactical, or a few. Oh, I got you. Yeah, because recoil and pulse is so close between 124 grain Full Metal Jacket and plus P hollow point. I got you, Pew Pew. Yeah, I had to write down your name just to make sure that I got it right. I'll jump in there and get that, and then I'll have to download Discord and stuff. Are we talking about 9 mil or 10 mil? Because I was talking about 10 mil. Yeah, Carla, I wasn't trying to confuse you there. I was just using 9 mil as a reference, saying that it's not just 10 mil that has that slight difference. He's the owner, solid dude. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know Dust Cover Actual, so I've been in a few of his lives, and he's been in here a couple times. What's up, Zach? How's it going? Yes, and you are saying difference in recoil. I'm saying it's the same with 9 mil. What's the problem? It's part of shooting guns. Hey, thanks, Paul. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And if you haven't yet with the stream, make sure to double tap the screen to like that as well. Helps me out greatly. But yeah, Carla, I would just say, of course, spend most of your time training and all that with range ammo. But every once in a while, train with your defensive rounds too. Because also, like, there are some pistols that struggle to shoot certain defensive rounds. All right, so I always like to run some through just to make sure that it's going to run good with my defensive ammo. My first is the TP9 SFX. Oh, sweet. Chilling, deciding what to build next. Well, what are you deciding between, Zach? AR, I'm assuming. Nothing wrong at all. I see what you mean now. You seem awfully defensive over this. I'm just talking. Yeah, keep the chat cordial, guys. It's all good. We're all on the same team here. What red dot do I have on the Shockwave? Here, I'll show you. It's actually an oddball. I hadn't really heard of them. They were throwing a rebate in, so I jumped on it, and it's held 0. And it hasn't failed me, and I have hundreds of rounds out of that shockwave. So it is Viridian optics. It's just a green dot. It's a 3 MOA. Let's see. Auto off, instant on, 30,000 hours of battery life, 8 visible settings with 2 night vision settings. You can use it with the Picatinny mount, or you can just do the RMR mounting footprint. So, but it's been a good one. It's not like, anything to break the bank, but it's also not like just a cheap Amazon red dot either. Yes, big AR guy. Dude on TaxSwap has a bundle of parts minus LPK barrel, bulk carrier group, charging handle for 200 hot dogs. It's one of the Aero Builder sets, sweet karaoke on it. Oh, that sounds cool. Chambered in 5.56, 223 wild. What is it? Not gonna lie, I got a cheap red dot off Amazon for my AR platform shotgun. It's not bad for $25. Well, so I've got like the world's crappiest 22 LR like AR wannabe, and it's this Mossberg 715T up here, and it's got one of those Amazon red dots on it that is just like a thin glass window. It's like the ones from Call of Duty. So I've got one of those on that, and it of course works good for that. It has no recoil whatsoever, but pretty much everything else that I have that has an optic on it is not cheap stuff. So my CZ600 Alpha has a Vortex Venom 5x25x56. I'm a huge Vortex guy. I've got Vortex pretty much on everything. I got that rebate on that green dot for the shotgun. But to be honest with you, I actually probably want to get a second Vortex Defender XL and put it on that. Might go crazy and do 458 or 50. Don't have those calibers yet. A 50 Beowulf would be cool. Do that. No hard feelings. I get what you're saying. I typically just stick with 9mm and 45 auto, less wear and tear on internals of a handgun. The light I got is fantastic. What light do you got? Pew pew. Hey, what's up, Shed? How's it going? Same LOL. I mean, I put it on a shoddy, so I wasn't too worried about it. Perfect or not. Yeah, I mean, well, I shoot buckshot. It's close. So, um, I have max like 15 yards inside my house where I would shoot from any point. So that's the reason why I picked that, because that's a home defense shotgun. And I mean, I'm not looking to do trap shooting or anything like that with that thing. So you can hold that thing sideways through a doorway. You don't have to worry about clearing a doorway or anything. So that's the reason why I picked that. I'm still in my cheap optic phase. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with cheap optics. True Glow has some cheap optics, and it's a decent brand. Yeah, I was thinking the Vortex Spark, I think, is for the 223. Yeah, so uh Pew Pew, go into my videos. There is a short that says, "Will it stay zeroed?" That's the thumbnail, and it shows me holding my SKS. Watch that video because I have the Vortex Spark Solar. I just bought it, and I threw it on it and took it out to shoot it. And I wanted to see if it stays zeroed because I have a pick rail mount dust cover on that, and they're known to kind of shift a little bit. and I zeroed it, and then I beat the crap out of it. And you just watch the video. I think it'll probably sell you on that red dot. It's a good one. Plus, it's Vortex. They've got a wicked good warranty. Those Humvees are junk. The steering wheel feels like something out of a toy car. I was between that or Holosun. Yeah, I mean, you really can't go wrong with either one of them. Ammo ain't cheap, but would be gnarly. Yeah, it would. It really would. Night Forest or nothing. LOL, JK could never drop 3K on an optic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to have a Night Force and like a nice aim point and uh like a Churchicon ACOG, an EOTech. I'd like to have all of those, but yeah, I'm not looking at dumping $8,000 just on optics to have all those. No thanks. What happened when you fell over and went to the hospital? Jesus, so it was that video uh, with the SKS that happened. To everybody else in the chat that doesn't really understand that comment, so I ended up going to the hospital for heat exhaustion. So whenever I did that video, it was, I think the heat index was like 108 when I did that video. It was hot, hot. And I was so focused on doing the video and like I was drinking water and stuff, but I just got done doing the video and like you can see me right at the end of the video. And then like I say, like and subscribe guys or whatever. And I turn around and I turn off the camera and then I turned back and I grabbed something. And then my daughter said something to me and I turned back around and then just boom, I passed out and I hit the ground. I woke up to her like shaking the dog shit out of me. Uh, I'd rather drop that amount on a pew pew. Yeah, yep, me too. Me too. Got to give it to those 91 Bravos for keeping piles of junk running. We constantly had stuff breaking down. Aim point are what they say, 100. I have an ACOG, but for 1300, I relief is dog shit. My EOTech 512. Yeah, and say I've never shot through an EOTech. I've never got to experience one. I hear that their battery run hours are shit though. Is it fought for gangsters? If possible, I want to buy it. What do you mean? Yeah, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I was just dehydrated. Got to stay hydrated. But yeah, it put me in bed the rest of the day. I felt like I tried drinking like I was in my early 20s again, and it just didn't work. Everybody in here, if you haven't, double tap that screen and like the stream. And anybody new in here, hit that sub button. I don't know if you know this, but there's a deal on 9 mil, 1,000 rounds for 190 bucks. No shit. I know it's a pain for you and ammo. I mean, it's not really too bad. It's not too bad. It's a pain here for guns. Ammo's not bad though. I got the ACOG, super soft recoil and pulse, piston driven. It's dope. On a BRN 180. My that doesn't ring a bell to me, Zach. I mean, like, so I know my basic ARs. I know how to like field strip, and I know how they work and all that. But since they're illegal here, I'm not super hands-on with a whole bunch of different ones. So I don't have as much knowledge in that platform as I would love to have. Um, like the first thing I'm gonna get whenever they lift the ban is I'm getting an AK. I don't have an AK yet, and I want an AK so bad. Yeah, pew pew, we got that ban. We got that ban. Jesus, no, there is no background checks for ammo in Illinois. Not yet. They're trying for that. It's Brownell's AR-18 modern take, side charging handle. Oh, cool. They have AK platform shotguns, just saying. Yep, can't have those in Illinois either, just saying. Sucks. Yeah, you can't have any semi-auto shotguns with pistol grips or anything like that. Like a Benelli M4. Nope, can't have that here. Thanks, Pew Pew. Thanks. I don't think it's going to do any good, but I appreciate it. I don't think praying to Jesus saying, please let them have murdering machines, I don't think that's going to work. Oh, Rat, think you sold your SKS? What'd you go and do that for? So the SKS is okay over there? Not familiar with them laws. Yes. Yes, it is. That is the only legal semi-automatic rifle that is legal. Well, nope, sorry. I'm lying. So like the M1 carbines, the M1 Garands, stuff like that, those are legal as well. But the reason why that is legal is because one, it's considered featureless. It doesn't have a pistol grip, because that increases the caliber and makes the bullets shoot faster and stuff. At least that's what they say. Um, and then it has a fixed 10 round magazine. It's non-detachable. And then also on top of that, it's a 10 round magazine, which is the limit that they allow here. And then it's got over a 16-inch barrel. So that is considered legal. Okay, so your gun laws suck, but we can own pistol grip rifles and shotguns. That sucks a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Now, Bly, that's in Illinois. So um, I think there's 33 states in the country that have free gun laws where, you can have everything aside from like fully automatics and stuff. So if you come to America, just don't come to Illinois, California, New York, uh, Michigan, I think is another bad one. Rhode Island. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the rest. I'm not sure. Colorado. Colorado's another bad one. To go there. I still can't wrap my head around how people let corrupt POS dictate how we live our lives. It's a right not given to us by man, but by God. Yeah, and you know, I think it's Carlisle. It's just because it's not to the point yet where we have to fight for it. Um, because I think it's because like even if they're illegal, there's ways around of like people getting stuff, and they know that. Uh, it's not on a federal level. So if it was like on a federal level and they were banning everything and they were trying to go like knock on people's doors and take guns, yeah, then it would be a problem. It would be Civil War II. And I think they know that. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand how they think that that would work. So you have all these anti-gun people, and these are the same people that do like the they, them, he, she, cat, non-binary crap. Like, you really want to have all those kind of people going up against the roughneck and the redneck uh, gun-toting people of America? Like, that's a losing battle. And then for one, the majority of the people that are in military come from our side, and you expect them to turn their guns on us when they swore in to protect the Constitution, not to listen to what you say. It would just be a losing battle. So dumb. Oh shit. Not throwing you into that. I'm just frustrated like anyone else about it. We need to get to our own neighbors, have one another's backs, and be as prepared as the best we can. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely New Jersey. That's another one. Just avoid anywhere that isn't Kentucky. How's it going, Dusty? Good to see you. Boo, Kentucky, Oklahoma. Hey, you guys are both good. If you're free gun, you know, I agree with Dusty. My state is one of the more gun-friendly states. We can buy guns and get them same day, no wait times or bans. Where are you at, Jesus? LOL, I'll check with you first, which is the best state to move to. Uh, Bly, I would tell you Texas. Like, if you really just want to go to a place where it is just no bullshit, one of the biggest free states in the country, Texas. Oklahoma has more tornadoes, unless it's like that one that tore up our whole state, but still. Yeah, so Dusty, actually, I drove through your guys' state a week before the um, Tulsa F5 went through. I'm doing okay, Dusty. Thank you. I'm in Utah, a lot of public land too. Yeah, Utah is gorgeous. Yeah, Texas too for the win. Yeah, and Greg Abbott, their governor, is super awesome. Kansas is good too, but I wouldn't be satisfied until we have no restrictions. Yeah. Yeah, the Tulsa F5 was pretty crazy. So Texas sucks for having no public land, yeah. But I mean, if you're just like a gun hobbyist and you love shooting and you're not a hunter, then I would say Texas is good. Move to any gun state, I don't care, just not Florida. We full. Yeah, I bet you guys are. Plus, you have all those guys that like to carry AR-15s while they go fishing and then post videos on YouTube of the cops harassing them. Have a mate who moved from LA to Texas. Oh, he made a good choice. Yeah, it's like a movement to let a law more known, I guess. Mm, yeah, I don't know. It's still something like I think there should be open carry and concealed carry. I think it should just be carry, constitutional carry, however you want. I personally would not open carry. That's just me. I don't want anybody to know I have a firearm, especially the person that I would potentially have to use it on if they ever wanted to try to do something to harm me or my family. Lots of South Africans in Texas. What Texas doesn't have, and we do. I can drive 15 minutes and shoot 2,000 yards for free. We have permitless carry. The 2,000 yard shots would be awesome. I would love to stretch the legs of my 6.5 Creedmoor up there with that. Well, all right, guys. Hey, it's creeping on 10 o'clock. I've been on for an hour and a half now, a little over. I'm going to go on ahead and shut the stream down for the night. So I got to be at work early in the morning. But I appreciate every single one of you that have came into the stream today. And Jesus, I hope Focus finds our uh, signal chat. So I'm using my phone as the live stream, so I can't see if he did or not. So, but all you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you very much. Just one little last view for the remaining people that are in here. All right, guys. Catch you later. Thanks again.